I mentioned moments ago that there were 3 state Democratic parties that have now made the decision. They've heard enough, and they have decided that all of their delegates are going to go to Kamala Harris. We heard that about South Carolina and North Carolina and also Tennessee. Now you can add New Hampshire. So that is the 4th state where all of the state's delegates are pledged to Kamala Harris. I think the idea that there's going to be some fight in terms of her getting the delegates is starting to fall by the wayside. Again, one of those states that did pledge all of its delegates already to Vice President Kamala Harris for her run for the presidency is Tennessee. Joining us now is Hendrell Remus. He's the chair of the Democratic Party in Tennessee, the first state party to announce that it had pledged its delegates to Ms. Harris. Mr. Remus, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, Rachel.
So can you help our viewers watching all over the country right now understand what it means for you in Tennessee to have done this, what your options were? You were the first state to do it. Did you know that you were going to have to make this decision right away? Walk us through what the importance of it is and how you all made the decision.
Well, obviously, we're extremely proud to be the first state to have its delegates vowed support to Vice President Harris and stand behind her in becoming the presidential nominee of our party. We did not plan for this to happen. We had a previously scheduled delegation meeting on the calendar for today. And just before that meeting occurred, President Biden had issued the statement to the American people bowing out of the race for president. During our call, when our call started, the vice president had not even made known publicly if she wanted to be the nominee. But during our call, we had an opportunity to have a real discussion about the future of our country and what it means to us to swiftly move beyond the moment that we've seen play out over the last 3 weeks and try to lead the charge, because I kind of figured we probably were the only state party meeting in that moment and kind of helping to lead the charge and set the tone for swiftly closing out this process and coalescing around a nominee who can continue to deliver results on behalf of the Democratic Party for the American people. All of our delegates who were on that call, there was no defections, there was no contention. Everyone understands that we have a mission, and that mission is to defeat Donald Trump, and we're on board to help accomplish that this year.
So that's true? There was essentially no hardcore debate, no big disagreement. Is essentially a unanimous decision by all your delegates. This wasn't a hard call.
Wasn't a hard call. I think the biggest part of the discussion that we had was delegates wanting to know how quick would the DNC roll out the rules and how that process would play out. But there was no one standing up trying to say that we need another candidate or another option. All of those delegates who were on that call understand that it's important to support a nominee, and that Vice President Harris is the most qualified person to step into that role. President Biden picked her because he believed that she was ready to be president on day one if she had to step into that role. And we've decided to stand behind her because we believe that she is indeed ready to be president. She has been in Tennessee, whether it was a Covenant school shooting or the death of Tyree Nichols or speaking at Tennessee State University. She has been here in our state. She's been on the ground. She's been a friend to Tennessee. And we want to make sure that if this process plays out over the next few weeks, that we are steadfast in our support for Vice President Harris to become a historic first woman president of the United States.
Mr. Chairman, let me ask you about something that we understand happened, but we don't know much about what happened on it. It was a call this evening, as far as we understand, with all the state party chairs, all the state party chairs of all the Democratic parties in the country. Were you on that call? Can you tell us anything about that call? Was that a previously scheduled call, or was that a sort of ad hoc thing that was pulled together in the wake of the president's announcement today?
I was on that call. It kind of happened sort of quickly. It happened at the end of my call with our state delegation. All state party chairs were on there and vice chairs were on there, and we had a very, very lively discussion about the future of the country. The contents of that call, we have a trusted bond between state party chairs. And I think as we progress over the next couple of weeks, we will see state parties dealing with how you coalesce delegates around a nominee. And once the process is laid out, I think much of that dialogue and that call, state party chairs will take back to their states and begin to really rally the troops around our nominee.
Hendrell Remus, chair of the Tennessee Democratic Party, again, the first state Democratic Party to announce that all of its delegates are now pledged to Vice President Kamala Harris. Sir, I really appreciate you helping us understand the process, and congratulations on making your own little bit of history here today. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.